Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to cover one thing that smart investors know about Fiverr stock right now. So let's get right into this brief video. And the thing I'm going to talk about is revenue growth. Now, management has told investors that revenue growth is going to accelerate in the second half of the year. And that's a big deal because investors were less than impressed from Fiverr's first quarter sales growth of just 1.5%. Just 1.5%. So that kind of disappointed some investors, but the encouragement was that management forecast revenue growth of 5 to 8% for all of 2023. And that was an increase, right? They increased going into the year. They didn't think it was going to be as good, but after Q1, they raised their target. So to hit that target, the rate needs to accelerate in the back half of the year. Of course, in the first quarter, there was a lot of fear from investors about how Fiverr would be impacted from the rising effectiveness of artificial intelligence. There was some fear that the workers on Fiverr's platform would be replaced with AI and they wouldn't need as many workers, and so the transactions on the platform would decrease significantly. But management came out and said, you know what? We don't think that's the case, and we don't see that happening now or in any time in the near term. In fact, we think artificial intelligence and the rising effectiveness is going to make the workers on Fiverr's platform more effective and more productive, and therefore the demand for them is going to increase. Now, they did mention that workers who do not utilize AI might be left behind, and the competitive advantage might go in favor to workers on Fiverr's platform that are using AI to make their services more effective and more efficient. But they didn't say that overall the platform is going to get hurt from AI. So that was some good news for Fiverr stock investors. Now let me show you the guidance that management talked about here. So here's the outlook for the rest of 2023. So for the second quarter, management is forecasting 4 to 6% revenue growth. And for the full year, like I mentioned, 5 to 8% year over year revenue growth. Now that was better than the original outlook of 4 to 8%. So the lower end of the guidance was lifted from management. More importantly, is the profitability. Adjusted EBITDA went from a forecast of 45 to 55 million up to a forecast of 48 to 56 million. So the bottom end of the forecast lifted by more than 6%, and the upper end of the forecast raised by about 2%. So essentially what management did after the first quarter was lift a lot of the worst case scenario and say, you know what, it's not going to be the bad outcomes are not going to be as bad as we initially thought. So we're raising that bottom end of the forecast, and we'll slightly upgrade the top end, but more so we're lifting the bottom end of the forecast as those fears of a recession, those fears of AI taking our business are not coming to fruition. So that was the good news for Fiverr stock investors. So, if you don't already know, Fiverr is one of my top stocks to buy right now. To start the year, I made a list of my top 23 stocks to buy. Fiverr was in that list, and Fiverr is still in that list. It's still one of my top stocks to buy. There's a lot of things I like about Fiverr, one of which is the asset light business model, the fact that it just brings together, you know, folks who want to buy services and folks who are selling services, and it takes a percentage of each transaction that happens on the platform. That's a business model I'm attracted to, and a lot of the stocks that I really like right now have that business model in some way, shape, or form. And so that's one of the main reasons why I like Fiverr stock. But that's all I've got for this video. If you want to know more about Fiverr stock, I got more popping up on your screen right now. Click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.